back here at NSUSpartans.com, our weekly coaches show. Interim head coach Brandon Duvall of the volleyball team. And Brandon, it's the last regular season week now. You got Hampton Wednesday here, Echoes at 6 p.m. And you fly right out pretty much the next day, and you head down to you got Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M to close out the weekend, Friday and Sunday, and then that's it for the regular season. You're going to the MEAC tournament, but you guys can really do a lot with this last week. I mean, what are you kind of looking forward to as you get the last week of the regular season here?
Well, the good thing is we have total control over what happens for us. Most of the teams have already, their fate has already been decided, especially I believe in the North. So for us in the South, it comes down to us on the last day of Sunday. We are the last match of the conference, I believe. So everybody's waiting on us to play Florida A&M and see how that works out. And, Florida A&M, is a team that historically has been very tough to beat. They know how to win, and we talk in our practice, we say winning is a habit. Teams that know how to win, figure out, so it's going to be a struggle for us to go down there, try to, work out some of the things that we worked on in the last couple weeks in practice, and and come away with a win from both Bethune, who's been playing decently well, they're young as well, and then and Florida A&M. And if we're able to come out with 2 wins from those two, we'll be in great shape going into the tournament. And the good thing about Hampton is Hampton's a tune-up match for that, because Hampton's playing some good volleyball too. So it's going to be 3 tough matches to finish out the season.
Yeah, you guys you're 4-2 right now in the North, or in the South. You win those 2 games down there. You, South Carolina State, and Florida A&M are all 6-2, and you've all beaten each other and lost to each other once. Right. So it's kind of, then you get into all those tiebreakers, and it's going to be...
We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed and see if it'll work out.
But last week we talked with Kylie Thim, a Hawaiian. She's from, being all the way over here on the East Coast. But you also got another player, another freshman, Mykal, who's also, she's from California, but she's still, far away. She's got a lot of brothers and sisters, doesn't get to see them too often. Right. I guess it's kind of the same thing with Kylie. I mean, how did you kind of have to coach her? What did you kind of say to her when she first got here about being so far away from her family?
Once again, just like Kylie, it's a situation where both of them are very comfortable about, leaving their, where they live. I mean, so far away, Kylie being the furthest. But even Mykal in California, who's grown up there, and all her family and roots are established there, and all her playing previous until now is there in California. For her to be able to come out to the East Coast and just have a great attitude. Everyone gets a little bit of homesickness when you're a freshman, but she's very hard to tell that with her. She'll tell you she's a little homesick, and she talks about the food and things like that, but for the most part, you would think she's extremely comfortable here, and I think she is, and she's been great. Both her and Kylie, that laid-back attitude, that Samoan attitude, I love it, and she's a hard worker, no complaint, doesn't complain at all. You can tell her to run through a wall, and she'll look at you and say, okay. And that's just from her upbringing and her background.
Well, let's hear more from Mykal and the unique, I guess you could say, bond that her and Kylie share. Well, now we're here with freshman Mykal Vailu'u. And Mykal, I got the name right? Vailu'u? Vailu'u. I always get that. I can never get it. But last week we interviewed Kylie, and she's from Hawaii, but you're from California, and like her, you've got a lot of brothers and sisters. Talk about what it's like, especially because you're a freshman, being so far away from all of them for the first time, just kind of how you stay in touch with all of them throughout the year.
I text a lot, Skype, Facebook. I keep in touch a lot with my sister. She's in the same grade. She's in college in Connecticut. She goes to Post University. So we talk every day. I talk a lot with my parents, but we talk at least once or twice a week with our other brothers and sisters.
Has it been difficult? I guess you could describe it difficult, but has it been kind of exciting too to be away from home first time?
It's difficult and exciting, I guess, because our family's really close, so I miss my family a lot, but it's exciting being on the other side of the country too, because everything's really different.
Have you ever been over here in the East Coast?
Yeah, because my stepmom is from New York, and my dad lived in Chicago.
Okay.
So.
And like Kylie, you're also Samoan. So talk about, I guess you could maybe say, the bond that you guys kind of formed, 2 Samoans all the way over here at Norfolk State.
There's a lot of the same upbringing, I guess you could say, because both of our fathers are Samoan, and they're both from the island. So a lot of, I guess, different family values. We share a lot of that. A lot of the same interest in food, too. We do miss the Samoan food. And we both recently became part of a Pacific Islander group in Virginia.
Yeah, you were talking about that before. Talk about more about what that does. It's here in Virginia.
I don't know too much about it because we're new to it, but there's a lot of Samoan families out here, and because we're away from home and away from our family, we go to barbecues and weddings and different stuff like that, dinner at their house, and it's just like having a family away from home.
How did you get like involved with that group?
My dad grew up with one of the guy's brothers.
Oh, really? So was that connection there that kind of...
Yeah.
Did that help? I'm guessing that helped ease your coming all the way over here to the East Coast as an 18-year-old.
It was good food. So,
can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Talk about on the court. How do you think you've kind of improved as the season's gone on? We're almost to the end of the season now. We've got 3 more regular season games. How do you think you've kind of gotten better since you got here, beginning of August, or maybe you did get here?
Working with different people, because in California, my high school team that I played with, we all played for the same club. We all kind of played same clinic, same coaches. I played with my dad almost the last 3 years I was in high school. I played on my dad's team. So coming out here, I think I improved by playing with different people in different atmosphere.
Kind of maybe, is it a different style, do you think, a little bit too? Or?
A little bit. I don't know how to explain it. It feels different, but I think that
to be
improved.
For the first time in a few years, you're playing with different people and kind of just something new.
Different coaching too. So I think that my understanding, I guess, of volleyball has kind of broadened a little bit, taken a little bit more from different people.
Yeah. Well, that was freshman Mykal Vailu'u. I got it right that time. Let's head back up to Brandon. Back here with Brandon. And Brandon, last home match Wednesday, but it's probably one of the most exciting matches you guys will have at home. It's Hampton. You know, everyone gets revved up for Hampton. Yeah. You guys just, you know, how excited are you guys just to be able to play one last match at home and just to show everyone what you kind of have accomplished so far this year?
You know, I feel like it's been a very long season. I mean, we've had a lot of growth throughout the season, and to be able to have our last home match against our, I guess you would consider the crosstown rival, you know, it's the extension of the Battle of the Bay, I guess you can say. And Hampton's a great team. I mean, Pete does a great job over there. The team is always tough to play, and to have it in our gym, I think with a very good crowd coming tomorrow, it will be exciting. You know, everybody gets up for Hampton. You know, I've been new. You know, it's been 3 years for me for the tradition of playing Hampton, so I'm starting to get it. I see why everybody gets very hype about it. It's very close proximity to the school.
The local bragging rights.
Yeah, to talk about it, and you know, not to put up any bulletin board material, but we've been very fortunate in my career here to get to lose a regular season match against Hampton.
Yeah.
And I don't want to start changing that now. So.
Yeah, 5 in a row you beat them.
Yeah, so for me, it's a good match because you know it's always been some of the most exciting matches, and I don't think we really played that well against them at the beginning of the season. I thought we started our season off very strong, but when we played them there, I thought we could have played a lot better, and they had a huge crowd. Like, I think they required all their freshmen to come. It was before school started, and they had their freshman orientation, and everyone was required to go to the match. So they did one on over us.
I was there. They definitely had a very exciting crowd.
They're dancing, screaming. I mean, it was what you want in a gym, and that's exactly what we want in this. I mean, this is a beautiful gym that we have. If we can fill up this gym and kind of repay them the favor, that would be very exciting for us.
Their gym there is kind of, I guess you could compare it to when you had a couple matches over there in Gills.
Yes.
You had a lot of fans with some of those football players are there, and the excitement that creates, being everyone just on top.
Reminded me of the Hoosiers. Yeah.
That's exactly what their gym is like. It's so small and it's right there. So, well, like I said, the Spartans will be here at home against Hampton 6 p.m. on Wednesday. It'll be their last home match of the season before they head out to Florida to play Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M to finish out the regular season. We'll be back next week to talk all about the MEAC tournament up in Baltimore. For all your information on NSU volleyball and all of NSU athletics, visit NSUSpartans.com.